I'm Dr. Jacobi Cleaver.
And I'm Dr. Jacob Wilson.
And we are the OD'ing on Movies podcast.
We're two practicing optometrists who love movies, and we found a way to combine our two loves into one podcast.
We pick a movie, we watch it, we break it down while incorporating the optometry elements.
So grab your favorite movie theater snack and let's get started.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the OD'ing on Movies podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in, whether you're listening or watching. I'm Dr. Jacobi Cleaver, joined with my
friend,
buddy.
Can you hear me?
Jacob Wilson. We can hear you loud and clear, brother. We are doing a rather fun episode this time, but we're going to be pretty serious as well. I don't think our audience pegs us as very serious people.
Hello.
Yeah, because they're joking quite a bit on the pod, but that's the whole gist. But no new movie this week, Jacob.
Huh? No new movie. Yeah. Well, not that we're going to talk about. I did go see The Death of Robin Hood. Did you see the previews for that one with Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, I wasn't excited about it. Is it worth it?
I'd watch it when it comes. If you're gonna watch it, just watch it at home, I think. Okay. I was in Flagstaff and I had some time to kill, and that was like the movie that lined up for. I only had a short window I could see a movie.
Okay.
So I picked that one. Only person in the theater. It was like, and it was pretty. There was some pretty awesome fight scenes in the beginning. But two things. I mean. The accent, the like old English accent, it took about a third of the movie for me to even understand what was going on.
Oh, really?
It was that thick. And that might be say more about me than, but I couldn't, I needed subtitles, man. And, but the movie's not really an action movie. There's some cool action stuff in the beginning, right. But it's more like Robin Hood being contemplative at the end of his life.
Right. And exactly. Yeah. I've seen the previews for that. So.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was honestly a little boring, but maybe a little reflective. I don't know.
How long was the movie?
Like over 2 hours.
Oh, really? Have you seen Disclosure Day yet?
No, I need to go. I need to go watch that this week. I wanted to watch that right before because we're going to record this week, so I'm going to watch that like right before we record.
Okay, cool. No, Ash and I watched it last weekend, and we really enjoyed it, man. So I'm hoping you feel the same way with it.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Nice weekend for movies. I know we both was initially excited about Supergirl, and that came out this week.
Yeah, I think Jenny and I might go watch that tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about going to watch it in the morning. I know Dr. Ramsey, and I don't want to put him on the spot, but I know Dr. Ramsey.
On the spot.
Yeah, he watched it yesterday with his wife, so hopefully we can get him on the pod to discuss that.
Yeah,
Supergirl. So he's down to do it. I just hadn't followed up with him yet, but we'll get him on here.
What's what's Dr. Ramsey's type of movie?
I don't even know, man.
Okay.
I don't even know. I think him and his wife. I don't think he works on Fridays.
Okay.
Outside, maybe he does some administrative type work for his office or whatever else. But he typically finishes up pretty early, and I think him and his wife had some free time. Kiddo was off at daycare or school, and they went and grabbed lunch and watched the movie. And he said he liked it. He gave me a little background, so I'm going to ask him to join us on the pod pretty soon.
Yeah, have him come on.
Yeah, he'll be. I think Adam is Adam, so I'm sure he has plenty of critiques and opinions. The way that Dr. Ramsey can. So we'd love to have him on here in the future.
He's one of the funniest dudes to just be around for a little bit because you've probably spent more time with him than I have, but he just seems like he says whatever's on his mind.
Yeah. So, yeah. He's a great guy, extremely genuine, very giving. He's a great guy. It's hard to believe that I've only met him at the beginning of the pandemic when we kicked off the whole PvP and the club and that kind of stuff. I feel that's
when you met?
That's when I met Dr. Ramsey, yeah. Yep.
That seemed like you guys had known each other for years already.
I know, right? Yeah. yeah, I don't know. Maybe that says a lot of good things. I don't know. But no, he's a great guy. I think they love him in the industry. He does a lot of good work with speaking for different companies, and obviously he owns a private practice. And yeah, so we'll get him on here.
Okay,
Or
yeah, let's
yeah, we'll twist his arm or bribe him.
let's grab him at NOA in a couple weeks. Let's make him sit down with us. And
yeah, I had to double check and see what his schedule's like. I think it's pretty tight, but maybe we can get something. We can get something on camera there. That'd be cool.
that'd be cool.
That'd be
cool.
For sure, man. Anything excited? I know you are kind of in between two places now. And I know you mentioned that on the last episode. So you're leaving Arizona, heading to LA to set up shop and practice there. So
yeah,
how's that been? The whole moving process and.
It's been a lot, and I overbooked myself this week. So young ODs, I guess pay attention to that. But like I worked, this was my 6th day working in a row this week.
Oh wow!
In 2 different states, and I did that in the middle of also driving my U-Haul out and everything last night. About a 9-hour drive last night. So I got off work last night, drove out, and then went to work this morning in LA too.
No way! So what time did you get in last night?
About 12:30. And
did you unpack it all, or you just parked, came up, sleep?
No, yeah, I had to unpack because I had to take the car that I towed our 3rd car. I had to take it off the dolly last night because it's what I drove to work this morning because Jenny had to use the other car. It was kind of all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, at 1 in the morning last night, it was with my father-in-law underneath this dolly, trying to figure out how to crank all these winches and get the car off the dolly. And we got it. And I went to work and helped some students learn about eyes today. So it was great.
Okay, so you was more so in the preceptor role today.
Yeah, and that is it's a less, I won't say it's easier work. It can be if you have students that are like really on top of it, you don't have to do a whole lot. Right. But it can also be a lot more work. But usually it's less leg power and more like work, like mind power, brain power, because it's more the students are coming to you, presenting, and you're figuring out the problems with them. You're not running back and forth between rooms to see,
right,
a bunch of patients or something. You go and see them at the end, but it's a different kind of work.
What year are the students in? Are they 3rd years or 4th years?
They're 4th years.
Okay, so they're well on their way by this point, or at least they should be.
They are. I mean, they're summer quarter 4th year, so I mean, there's still. I mean, we still manage expectations a little bit. Like I have a lot higher expectations for someone in the first month of their summer quarter than someone, or I have lower expectations, I should say, someone in their summer quarter than someone in their spring quarter.
Right. Yeah. Getting ready to walk across the stage and such. Okay. Right, that's fair.
I did a little. I say that like.
I was just gonna say I did a little precepting when I was a resident a long time ago. I enjoyed it, but you're absolutely correct. It's less foot power, but more mind power because you have to be able to break down the information that the students presented to you, and making sure that they've collected everything that they need to collect, assess what they need to assess, and hopefully it's arrived at a diagnosis and plan that makes sense.
Yeah, and and you got to correct when you got to correct, like when it's necessary, and not everyone can do that. I don't think everyone is necessarily built for giving constructive feedback.
It's a different switch. It's a different mode that you have to go into. Yeah, for sure. Because you
can be too hard on them or too easy on them.
You have to present the information where it's not demeaning or degrading, and you want them to be able to gain something from it. I would imagine.
Yeah, the SCCO students are usually, for the most part, they're so fun though, man. They're like, they all grew up in LA for the most part. They're fun. They're always going to do something, and they're always talking about something. It's fun being around the students. It makes me feel young.
Yeah, I mean, because and obviously I graduated a long time ago, but I think that was part of the reason why I like the club so much, Black Eye Care Perspective Pre-Optometry Club, because you guys view and see the world. You have a different perspective for the world in front of us, and the profession too. And we as the ODs, we have to kind of respect that, right, and take that into account. So it's always, I guess, what you guys call it, vibes. Vibe.
Vibes. Yeah. See, vibes, I think, is like my age. People say that, but I don't
So what
think
are they calling it now?
I don't know. I don't know, Matt. You know what? This doesn't have to do with optometry students, but have you heard of the Gen Z stare?
No.
Okay, so the Gen Z stare, my friend was telling me about it, and basically it's that there's a lot of these Gen Z kids, like, I don't know, early 20s, late teens. They have no idea how to like talk to people.
Uh-huh.
And so even if they're working like in a customer facing job, like a hostess at a restaurant,
Right.
if you go up, if you don't initiate the conversation, they won't say anything. They'll just stare at you, even though they're the one that's at work, right? And so Kenzie, it was with Mackenzie. Yeah, Kenzie was telling me about this, about the Gen Z stare, and we were with her, and I was like, no way. And we're like, okay, we'll try it. And we go into this restaurant, and there's like 6 of us going out to eat, and we walk up to the hostess, and she just stared at us. I mean, for like 10 seconds, no one said anything, and I just busted up laughing because it was totally true. She was just gonna stand there till we all passed out. I don't know what.
So you have to initiate the conversation.
Yeah, there was no hi, welcome to Arby's or whatever. We weren't at Arby's, but welcome to wherever we're at.
Shout out to Arby's.
I don't mind Arby's, but yeah, it was. There's no welcome. How can I help you? It was just waiting for us to say something. So
no, I hadn't heard that. That's interesting.
So yeah, so the students sometimes have a little bit of a Gen Z stare, but it also might just be like a deer in the headlights. They don't know what to do with the case.
Yeah, let's blame it on that.
Yeah.
So man, we took it back for this episode, man. You want to let the audience know what movie we are presenting this evening?
We're reviewing, talking about. Yeah. We did Independence Day.
Yeah.
And they do not. Here's about that. They do not make science fiction movies. Would you call this science fiction?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they do not make them like they did in the 90s anymore. I was sitting there watching this. There are so many fantastic space movies. And I don't know. I think there was just so much happening. Like we were on the frontier of doing so many things in science and space in the 90s. But there's so many cool movies from this time. And this is probably at the top of the list.
Right.
Like I forgot how great this movie was. I didn't remember that Vivica A. Fox was a stripper.
Yeah.
Yeah. That went over my head as a kid, I guess. But
I texted you. I said, "Yeah, I don't remember this either."
Yeah.
But excuse us, Jacob. She's an exotic dancer in the movie.
Okay.
I think there's a difference.
Well, in the movie they say stripper.
Oh, I thought when she was talking to the first lady, she said the first lady's like, "Are you a dancer?" And she was like, "Classical" or something like that. And Vivica A. Fox said, "Exotic."
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Shout out to exotic dancers. Yeah, I don't have the right terminology probably, but
we don't want to offend anybody either.
Will Smith's buddy called her a stripper in the movie, so
yeah, he did.
But this might be the best Will Smith movie from the 90s. There's a couple that are up there, but I was thinking about it. I mean, he was on a roll in the 90s.
He was the king of the summer for quite some time, man. Because this was around when Bad Boys came out and all that stuff, right?
Was Bad Boys in the 90s? Is it that old?
I think so. Let me see.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like 2001. Maybe that's Bad Boys 2. I mean, I would take Independence Day over Bad Boys, though.
Yeah, the first Bad Boys came out in 95, so actually a year before Independence Day.
Oh, that's way older than I thought. Well, I would take Independence Day over Bad Boys, I think.
Yeah.
The other one I like is Enemy of the State.
It was pretty good. Yeah, for sure.
Another good one. But yeah, I mean, Will Smith was on top of the world. Jeff Goldblum was a big name at this time. Too. This was right in the middle of Jurassic Park had just come out, and then he was doing the second one. So yeah, some really big names in this movie, and it's I feel like they did a good job of making it seem realistic in some ways how the U.S. might respond or the world might respond, at least initially, to alien contact. So it's
Yeah,
a fun
we
movie.
all want to gawk and stare at the spaceships and
Uh-huh.
gather in Times Square or wherever else, wherever we live, and just look up in the sky at the spaceship. I probably wouldn't partake in that, but many of
What
us
would you
would.
be doing? What would you be doing? An eye exam?
But no, yeah, probably, or running, trying to get as far away from it as I can.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about it, and why do we always assume that the aliens are hostile in these movies?
Well, we don't always assume, but like there's a couple where there is. But I was thinking about it. What do you think we would do if we went to another planet? Like maybe we wouldn't blow them up, but I just have a feeling we wouldn't be that nice. We'd start kidnapping them, studying them, spreading diseases.
Man, I come in peace. I come in peace, man. When in
Yeah,
Rome, do as Rome.
I just mean, I guess if our governments that run the world today went to other.
So do you believe there's an alien life form?
For sure. Yeah,
I do too, man. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that in a universe as vast as the one we live in, that we're the only occupants. I just don't believe that.
That's where I'm at for sure. I guess we could talk about if they've really visited here or not yet. Maybe that hasn't happened. But I don't know, man. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but some of these like accounts that you hear from people are pretty. You ever seen the movie? And this one's I'm partial to this one because I'm from Arizona, probably. But have you ever seen the movie Fire in the Sky?
No, I haven't.
That's also
Is it like a documentary?
Well, it's a movie, but it's based on a true story from the 70s. And there's this town.
Maybe I
look it up.
Okay.
It's one of the freakiest alien abduction scenes ever. It's from 93, 94.
Okay.
But yeah, Snowflake, Arizona. Well, yeah, Snowflake and Heber. They're small towns up in northern Arizona where I went all the time growing up. But basically, this guy disappeared for 5 days and no one could find him. And he showed up in another town. And I've been here. There's nothing in between these two towns. He showed up in another town like 50 miles away, butt naked at a phone booth.
Okay.
And he swore up and down that aliens had taken him and dropped him off there. And all his buddies who he was out, I think they were loggers maybe, or they were out working though. And they all swore that these lights came out of the sky and sucked him up into the sky. And no one could find them for 5 days. They were starting to investigate these guys for murder because their friend.
Oh, no way.
And then he shows up 50 miles away at 5 days later. And to this day, I mean, they continuously take lie detector tests. And they pass them saying this is what happened. Now, the theory is, this is rural Arizona. These were, rough and tough dudes. They may have been on some kind of like hallucinogen, some type of drug, and had this like joint experience. And they all really believe that happened. But the guy did disappear for 5 days and had a pretty detailed story of what the aliens did to him. And they portray that in the movie.
Really?
Fire in the Sky.
Maybe I need to check that out.
It's a good movie. Check it out. There's and then another Arizona one is the Phoenix Lights. And there's also a movie based on that. And that was in the mid 90s. And these random lights showed up over Phoenix one night. My dad used to tell me about this all the time.
Wait, and your dad seen the lights?
Huh? I should ask him if he saw the lights or if he just saw them on the news. But I mean, it was like a big deal in the mid 90s. And there was just these lights in like a triangular pattern over Phoenix all night. And the military was saying they didn't know what it was. No one knew what it was. Right. And so the theory was that was some kind of spaceship. People were swearing up and down that they saw birds like hitting an invisible thing and falling, but
really,
it's not verified. I mean, likely it's probably some kind of test the military was doing. I didn't tell anybody about it. It's top secret, but yeah, there's some Arizona alien history for you. The Southwest has all kinds of weird stuff.
We got to find somebody. We got to get them on the pod, man.
They go to the Southwest in this movie, don't they? Oh, they go to Nevada. They go to Area 51. Yeah.
So yeah, Will Smith was on top of his game here. This came out in '96. I looked up. Twister came out in '96 as well.
Oh, that's
What else?
great. Those are
Space
my movies.
Jam, Jerry
Okay.
Maguire, Mission
Okay.
Impossible. Yeah, so '96 was a fantastic year.
Good.
Actually, and Scream came out in the first Scream came out in '96. Dalmatian, 101 Dalmatians, Matilda. So this was a very busy
Matilda.
year. Yeah, very busy year. I don't think I watched it, but Disney was
You've never
on
seen
top.
Matilda?
I don't think so.
I mean, I mean, it was a cool movie as a kid. It'll probably depress you a little bit though. It's kind of a sad movie. It's funny, but it's like it's so dark for this little girl to go through all this stuff. But
I'm sure Ash.
that's a stacked year, 96. Holy.
Yeah. Yeah. And guess what let me find this. Guess what the budget was for
Independence Day
in '96?
had to be massive. It had to be. Let me take a guess, but I mean, it had to be like $100 million.
$75 million.
Okay.
And its first weekend, it made $50 million, over $50 million, and then it went on, internationally and domestically to make over $800 million. So it was a smash hit.
That's for mid '90s. That's a $1 billion movie easy today. That's crazy.
Yep, and and they did pretty good with it. It starts off pretty quick, and it just kind of keeps that speed and cadence going throughout the movie, which I really appreciate. Like, I don't want to hear a whole bunch of dialogue if there's no action going on.
There's certain things we don't need a bunch of backstory on, and that's kind of also for Well, and for an alien abduction or alien invasion movie. That makes sense, right? Like, why we don't know we wouldn't know what's happening. And so it's kind of giving us that experience of everyone's confused. We don't know why they're here. Yeah. So it's, man. Oh, you know what? I just realized Will Smith's best movie of the '90s might be Men in Black.
No doubt. Yeah.
Or I don't know if best. This might be a better movie than Men in Black, but as a kid, you asked me what I want to watch. It was probably Men in Black. If I was picking.
Okay. No, and obviously the Men in Black had a couple of sequels to it, and it did well with Tommy Lee Jones and everybody. It did incredibly well. I think it's still a ride over at Universal, right? The Men in Black. I mean, it's not that good.
Not the LA Universal, but maybe
one in Orlando for sure. Because the last time I went, it was there, and it's just.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just. It's about time to move over.
Well, do you know what they still have at the LA Universal? Because Jenny and I go all the time. We love Universal, but they still have Waterworld. That's one of their main attractions.
Is that right?
Yeah, and that movie
came out in what, 92, 93?
Yeah, the super pretty old movie, and it's kind of not that successful of a movie either. Like, how many people when you go there, like, what movie is this? Like there's like very few people have seen Waterworld. I feel like that I talked to.
I couldn't tell you anything about it.
I mean, I've seen it, and it's fine, but it's just that's the show at Universal Studios. Like, that's the big show. They have like 3 or 4 showings a day.
Interesting. And people like it. They enjoy it.
Well, yeah, I think they go, but I think if you polled the audience after like what the source material was for it, they'd say they have no idea. They've never seen the movie. But it's cool because they're blowing stuff up. There's like water planes and all this stuff. So like that's cool. But I think they'd be like, I don't know what that was, but that was cool. So I think that's what. Yeah, they've got the Universal here. They've got that, and they've got another ride that's like they still have like the Transformers ride is still really big, and it's like
Transformers is probably going to be around for a while. Like because isn't there another one coming out pretty soon?
Probably. They keep making them. I haven't watched one since 2015. But
after the first 2, like whenever Shia LaBeouf wasn't featured in them anymore, then it just kind of.
Wait,
Ash loves them.
How'd you say his
Transformer?
name?
Yeah.
Wait, Jacobi, how'd you say his name?
Shia LaBeouf. Is it LaBeouf? Oh, I said LaBeouf, I think. But
you said LaBeouf. Yeah, you said LaBeouf.
Excuse me, LaBeouf.
Yeah, but LaBeouf.
Ash
Shia
loves
LaBeouf.
the Transformers movies, man. And I just
She does.
outside of him, I just think they're decent.
The last one I saw, I don't know
Mark
what was
Wahlberg.
going on. No, well, I don't know. They
Oh, is it
were
like the dinosaurs or whatever on there?
no, there was like Knights of the King Arthur's Table or
Oh
something.
yeah, so I think that's number 3 or 4.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know what was going on. That was so whenever that came out, that's the last Transformers movie I
yeah,
saw.
yeah. No, yeah, Ash loves them, man. And she actually I think we were dating at the time when the first one came out, and it
Mhm.
had to be around the 4th of July. When they released the movie, and went and seen her parents up in Louisiana, and me and my brother went and watched it, and she was upset. Like, uh,
About what?
she was upset that
Oh,
that I
because
went
you
and
went
watched
and
it
watched it
without her.
without her? Oh,
Yeah,
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 you
she
can't
was
do that.
upset about that. I had to see it twice. I had to take her like when she got when she got back.
That's what you do sometimes, and if you do it, you don't need to tell her that you saw it the first time, just pretend you're seeing it the
Well, I
second
mean,
time.
to my credit, she didn't explicitly say that she wanted to see Transformers, at least that I can remember. But
You're supposed to figure that out, man.
yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
No, I do that all the time. I go, but now we don't even Jenny and I don't even get mad at each other. I'm just like, you see what you see.
Because
Like
does she have the pass as well? Is she
mhm.
an A-lister?
Her and all her girlfriends in law school did. So they go to like 3 movies a week. And I
Wait a minute. Are they
and
not busy in law school?
I don't know what these girls have been doing the last few years, man. And we were snowboarding, going to see movies. Yeah, I don't Jenny's half the time Jenny's stories on the beach. And
Shout out to Jenny, man. She just graduated law school. A
yeah,
couple
and she
months.
worked very hard, very,
She
very hard.
did. She did. And
But she
she's
also played hard. Yeah.
she's preparing for the bar. And
Yeah, she's studying right now for the bar.
which I'm sure she's going to be extremely successful in that. But
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to put the work in order to get there. So prayers for Jenny. She's going to be fine. She's going to be fine.
For anything, yeah. I think movies, honestly, were kind of their respite.
Yeah.
So like her and all her girlfriends would meet up at the end of the day. They all got the AMC pass.
Sweet.
You know, something $20 a month. They could afford it with the, whatever FAFSA money they had and stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Facts. So Independence Day, I don't remember it. And by this time, I'm sure our audiences have seen Independence Day. If you haven't seen it, then you're doing yourself a great disservice. So go and watch it. But there's not a lot of eye content in the movie. But we felt that this segment was an incredible segue to Independence Day, July 4th. And we wanted to talk about our related injuries in relations to fireworks. So I got some numbers for you, Jacob.
Let's hear the numbers.
Yeah, so let me pull it up here. So according to let's see, the United States Consumer Products Safety Commission, and I guess they release this report every year. Take a guess, and this is from 2025. So take a guess how many deaths were related to fireworks in 2025.
Oh, deaths?
Deaths, yes.
And is this just around 4th of July or year round?
No, this is straight up from 4th of July, right around 4th of July.
Oh man. I wonder how often someone actually dies from fireworks. I mean, you blow off a hand, there was 500.
No.
Is that low or high?
No, that's high. That's way high. But 15 related deaths from fireworks in 2025. I still think that's extremely high.
Well, I'm just those have to be like industrial fireworks to like kill someone, or they start a fire. And
there's always this report. It seems like there's one that comes out every year to where there was just like some person horsing around and they was walking around with a hat or fireworks on their head, and it went off and caused an explosion. I feel like I see a report like that every single year, and I just think, man, how irresponsible is that, or how egregious is that? Like, what a way to go.
What am I even supposed to say to that?
Nothing. You can't.
Well, that sucks. But like, what? What was the plan? I don't.
Yeah. No kidding. So some of the, and I want you to take a guess at some of the other stats here. So, which
Okay.
age group do you think is that the most of the injuries occur in?
Uh, like 12 to 25, and you didn't
No,
ask gender, but I'd say boys.
you're close. Close. 15 to 24 make up
Okay.
the majority of the fireworks injuries, and over in 2025, over 13,000 fireworks related injuries. And keep in mind, this is what's reported by whoever presents to any given ER at any given time. So I guess the
Yeah,
ER
they're
does a
probably
job
way
of
more.
report. So we don't even know. It could be even higher than this. Like,
It
you know, for
probably
those
is.
who might have got just minor burns or whatever else, man. But you know that's quite a bit. And even on this consumer report, they tell you that 22 of the injury, right, 38% of the injuries were related to burns. And of that
Mhm.
32, of that 38%, 22 burns occurred in their head, face, and ear region. So we can, we can just deduct that some of that includes eyes, right?
Uh-huh. Well, I was at I rotated through Phoenix Children's Hospital when I was in school, and I'm starting at Children's Hospital Los Angeles here in a few weeks. But my preceptor at Phoenix Children's told me every year on 4th of July they can count on at least a few eye injuries coming in at the children's. That's just a children's hospital, and that's just the eye injuries. And so, yeah, I mean, it happens, and we don't think about it. I'm sure I'll see some at the children's hospital. I've never seen one where I've worked now, like I've seen the aftermath, like years later, where someone maybe has lost an eye, but
Wow.
I've never seen someone come in and, you know, actively bleeding or burned on the face, around the eye, or anything.
Yeah, and according to the American Academy of Ophthalmology, like uh, injuries range from corneal abrasions to retinal detachments. And I'm just
Wow.
like, what are you doing in order to get a retinal detachment from fireworks? Like, well, I guess you have to sustain a blunt injury.
Yeah, yeah. If it blew up right here, I mean, that's going to shake the vitreous quite a
Yeah.
bit, right? And pull on the, if it blew up, I would imagine there's full, um, like I know I've seen someone who had to have like a full globe removal or a full what's the word?
Enucleation or
Yeah, nucleation after
Mhm.
firework injury. I met
Really?
him years
So
after
where were you
that.
at when you seen this?
In Tuba at the IHS, but this
Wow.
was years after the fact, and they had a prosthetic, and it was a
Okay,
firework.
gotcha.
Yeah. So that, yeah, and so, it was 10, 20 years, however long before it was, but that's what had happened, is a firework blew up near his face. But I guess, the enucleation didn't have to happen right then. He could have had a retinal detachment and then had a subsequent, issues. Eye
Right.
becomes tactical and you lose it. So I don't know what exactly happened. But.
Now, our ophthalmology department does have oculoplastic specialists
Okay.
there, and I think in order to get to the point of enucleation, like it has to be pretty significant. So I
Yeah.
would think if your patient had that procedure done, then the pain that they was dealing with must have been so severe that it couldn't be
Right.
managed by any other avenues.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
yeah, and I've been pretty, and Dr. Allen, who is an oculoplastic specialist, is our chief, and he's, you just ask him and he'll tell you. Right? I mean, like, what do you have to do in order to? He said, well, he does them but the reason has to be significant enough because there's no coming back from that, and then you have to deal with the aftermath of that with the psychology of losing the eye and presenting yourself in public with with the missing eye or before you get the prosthetic and everything. So we know that there's some time in
Yeah.
between like the healing process and being fitted for a prosthetic. But yeah, but I have one patient that I can remember off hand. He came in for an eye exam. He said, "Doc, I can't deal with it anymore. The pain is too much. I can't sleep." I think they had him on like steroid drives. He was taking oral medication, pain reliever medication, narcotics, and it wasn't doing enough for him. And he's like, "Man, I gotta have this out." Fair enough. I'll make
Okay.
the referral, and he ended up having his eye removed. But like to come in almost like kicking and screaming and clawing at the chance to get it removed is pretty impressive.
They can be patients can be in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Do any of your specialists that you work with do they do retrobulbar blocks, or have you seen any?
Yeah, they'll try that before before removing the eye. But I actually had a patient once, and he had to have his eye removed from due to cancer.
Okay.
And I was able to observe it in the OR, and it's a pretty, like you would think that it's a pretty step-by-step process in order to get this done. And this patient had to have all of the contents of the orbit removed. So not enucleation, exoneration is what they call it. Everything in the orbit is removed. And it took about 45 minutes.
But, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have thought.
I mean, but this goes down under anesthesia, obviously, and it's in the OR, and there's a whole team of nurses along with ophthalmologists and everything. But it was pretty cool to observe, but it just kind of solidified my thought process, and I'm not the one willing to
do that.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to do it.
How close was it to the way they did it in Hostel? In the movie Hostel, was that pretty?
I would say,
did they use a blowtorch?
Dr. Allen did this procedure with a lot more tact and delicacy.
So not a blowtorch and like garden shears.
Nah.
Okay.
They had a bunch of sterile equipment. The anesthesiologist was there to monitor vitals and dream state and everything. Yeah, Hostel was a terrible movie.
No, you know what? It was better than I thought it would be. I remember you say I never saw it when it came out. I don't know why.
Really? Yeah, I was wondering because I remember you texted me the other day. You said you just watched it, and I think I remember telling you that was Ash and I first date.
That's a crazy.
Thinking, I don't know how this.
No, if your relationship made it through that, that's a good sign. Because I watched it last week for the first time ever, and it was better than I thought. There was more of a story than I thought there was going to be. So if we get an ophthalmologist or an oculoplastic specialist that wants to come on and break down the logistics of,
I don't know. Maybe we can find
that Hostel scene.
I don't. I asked Dr. Allen at the beginning of the year if he'd be willing to come on, and he said he doesn't watch a lot of movies, but I think we can find somebody. Make
him watch Hostel. Tell him it's a nice
that's a big leap. Like if you don't watch any movies, and then I want you to watch it. Like what do you call it? Body horror or movies or whatever else.
No, just say, do you like National Lampoon's Vacation or Euro Trip? This is very similar. That's all you got to tell him. Oh. Yeah, they're just on vacation in Europe.
He's my boss, man. I can't lie to him.
But that's not lying. They're on a vacation. I don't.
Well, that's true. So have you seen any? And they also made mentions from fireworks-related injuries being chemical burns. Have you treated any chemical burns in practice?
Not from fireworks, but yeah, I've had. I don't even know if I should share this story, so we can decide if we want to cut it or not. But I had a woman come in, and I guess this isn't a burn. So first, I've seen a number of pepper spray issues from prisoners. So I've seen those. But a patient came in and said she got urine in her eye. Okay. She said she was working or she worked in an old folks home or something to that where she had to clean out a dishpan and it splashed up into her eye and it really burned and she was worried about what that was going to do to her eye. Didn't do much. We rinsed it out, gave her some antibiotics, I think is what I did, just prophylactically. No chemical burn really. But then a month later, she came back, same exact thing had happened. And we took care of it again. But in my mind, I was like, huh, that's a weird thing to have happened twice.
But,
right. Yeah. So, but that was probably the strangest chemical or fluid I ever saw get in someone's eyes. But it didn't cause any harm. I mean, I think it's pretty sterile, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's possible if you clean in a bedpan or something and it splashes in your eye. But I think, where's the ocean with this, right? Where's the occupational safety hazard?
That's another thing too. Yeah,
or whatever else with this. And going back to the fireworks, like the American Academy of Ophthalmology is explicit with saying, well, if you're going to, well, you should leave this up to the professionals. But if you're going to do it, you need to wear eyewear, and you need to wear gloves, and probably even I don't know if you will wear a long sleeve shirt, but you may need to wear kind of some protective garment. But man, in the fourth decade of life, Jacob, I just rather watch a show. I just rather watch a fireworks show. Let somebody else put the work in, and I just kick back and enjoy the lights.
I don't even care that much about fireworks shows in general. I don't.
Yeah.
Like at the kid, like if I'm with my nephews or something, and they want to go see them, cool. But
Yeah.
I'm usually not going out to look. I'm not going out and camping
Really?
out for a space to sit and want. I'm good. Like
Well,
I don't
yeah,
know.
the neighborhood does a really good job of putting one on every year. So it's just
Oh, do they?
it's just a matter of going down the street and looking up in the sky to watch it. So they do a pretty good job with that. But
In Arizona, I think for the most part, we really only have professionals doing it. We have so much fire danger.
oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, I knew people that had them, but like certain states, I know you can go to and everyone has fireworks. It's not really like that in Arizona. You'd have to like smuggle them from a different state, probably.
So you can't. So they're not even selling them in Arizona.
Nothing significant. You could get like the little poppers that you throw at the ground and sparklers, but nothing significant that you're shooting up. No.
So what firework do you think is responsible for most of the injuries?
I don't know if I know my fireworks that well, but I'll tell you what seems.
I don't think it matters. I bet you can guess it.
Yeah. Okay. What seems dangerous is the little sparklers.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah. Okay. Those are at weddings and everything too, but those seem pretty easy to. Even if it's not lit, I could see someone getting poked in the eye. Like it seems like
it's just
a
12, a 16, 24-inch rock, right? Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. So
that causes the most eye injuries, huh?
Yep. It says it's responsible for 1,300 eye injuries. Was responsible for 1,300 eye injuries in 2025.
That's crazy.
Imagine
you light it and you're just looking at it, and there's that
man. And I'm just so cringe when I don't want to be a killjoy. I just become that guy. Like, if you got to do it, put some goggles on, or put at least protect your eyes while you're gonna do it, and maybe wear some gloves while you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. No. I haven't.
But I know who I would have been when I was 15, and I would have been out there in swim trunks with no shirt, no shoes. I would have taken my glasses off for some reason. I took my glasses off. Like it would have been. I already know. So I know teenage boys. I know they're not teenagers in general, but statistically, I think boys have a few more accidents.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, just traumatic eye injuries. Period is more so due to guys and boys and men. So, but now, man, back in my teenage years, and I'm from Odessa, and fireworks are very much illegal there. But like city limits of Odessa, you can have fireworks, but outside of the city limits within the county, you could. So you could still buy fireworks under the guise. You go pop them out in the county, outside the county line, right? But no, Southside Odessa, it was always a big thing. We just would have these fireworks wars, and it was right after the time I started driving. So me and my brother shared a little truck. So packed all my buddies in the back. They lit up Roman candles. We drove down the street, and they were just firing off Roman candles. Got pulled over. My friends in all their glory bailed out on me. And I was
and you were what happened?
I was cited for fireworks. I think at the time my dad was on the city council, and they had a program called Teen Court. So and it's just exactly what it sounds like. So I have to go testify to the crime I'm accused of, and then from there, and they had like people, like teenagers who were interested in becoming lawyers, like they was like prosecutor and whatever else. It was a pretty cool process. But from there, I was given my punishment. I think I had to pay a fine, and then I had to serve on the jury in teen court. Like is my punishment. Which
Oh, that was the punishment?
Yeah, which was a pretty cool experience, right? But I remember when I got the ticket, I came home and my parents were asleep. I said, "Hey, Dad, I got a ticket for fireworks." You're like, okay, we'll worry about it tomorrow. Tomorrow,
Oh,
man.
okay.
But yeah, no. The folks are
That's
real
not
cool.
how my mom would have responded, but that's
Yeah, really? Yeah, no, my folks are, well, it's, you got in trouble for it, and you need to kind of deal with whatever the punishment is. So, and that's fair. That's fair. But so I didn't
okay.
get anything from it. But
Is that the most trouble with the law Dr. Cleaver's ever gotten?
yeah, no, I'm a upstanding citizen.
Nice.
Not getting it. We're not. I've never been good at getting in trouble. It's just I think the ire of my parents is more than what a police officer could ever get me, right? So I don't want to let them down or disappoint them. So yeah, it's easy to go on the straight and narrow. Now that doesn't mean that I didn't have fun or do silly things, but
doesn't mean you just didn't get caught. That's all right. That's okay. That's okay.
A little bit, man. My parents listen to this podcast.
That's all right. It's a long time ago. We're good.
We're good to go. Yeah, the statute of limitations is long gone. But no, yeah. So for anyone who's celebrating the 4th of July, man, please be safe.
Be careful.
If you don't have to buy the fireworks, then don't. If you can do a show and prefer. But my roommate in college, man, Dr. Rigo Ortega, loves fireworks. This is his holiday, man.
Yeah,
he loves it. Yeah, he's the complete opposite of me. He's gonna spend $500 on fireworks and barbecue and go to a show and everything. He pops them all day, during the night. Like this is just his thing.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, if that's what you like to do, I like them. Another thing, and we were talking about this before the podcast, like my family dog has such a hard time. Like you would have thought this guy was in Vietnam, this little Shih Tzu. Like every time he's just shaking all night. And so actually 4th of July and New Year's Eve, the last 5-6 years since he's been older, have been kind of hard nights for everyone because we're trying to calm him down. And you never think about that. And I know, like, I guess veterans, can have issues with fireworks too and things like that. So I don't know. I'm not trying to tell you not to do fireworks, but
well, you know what? I think the message is be safe. Whatever you decide to do, be safe
and don't do it by my dog.
Yeah, please don't. Man, this is a fun episode, man. I hope the listeners can gain something from that. But we got to find an ophthalmologist. I know typically it's the residents that hold down the ER call and everything. We got to get their perspective on that.
That might be an easier person to. Yeah, I'll see if there's some residents we can, because that might be an easier person to approach, like a PGY2 or something.
Yeah, so we got to ask just based on their schedule, because I know they're extremely busy.
It's crazy how busy they are, man.
They are, and they do a good job. Specifically, I know the ones at Baylor College of Medicine do a fantastic job, man. That's always helpful. And I know they're running on fumes a lot of the time. So, hey, but that's part of the training, I guess.
So do you think at the end of the movie, what was the guy's name that flew the plane up into the ship and blew it up?
Oh, what was his name? Well, he went up with that Will Smith. What was his name?
He was like, "I'm home."
There was a bunch of quips in the movie that I kind of had an issue with, but that doesn't require us to go into it now. Let's see.
What was it? Do you think he got maybe some retinal burns from flying up into that laser?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. We're talking about some maculopathy here. It's all right.
That's probably all that happened, though.
Like the scene when they're just staring up, looking at the ship, and it lets down the beam. For sure.
Oh,
man.
For sure. Yeah, it was powerful enough to destroy the Empire State Building.
Everybody at that time's walking around with 20/40 vision from solar
for the rest of it. That was their plan the whole time. They didn't.
The vision's all distorted. Try as you might, man. The best we can refract you to is 20/40, and the answer grid is a mess. So,
man, I still always remember the girl with the laser pointer that did that to herself. She was 14, and
man, and I think at the time, like, you have no idea what you've just done, right? Like,
no, you're 14, yeah. or however old you are. Yeah.
Like, and God forbid that she wants to go into any branch of the military, or she wants to be a pilot or firefighter, like any job that has strict
Yeah.
visual requirements. Like, you just cut yourself off from so much of the job
Yeah.
sector that you have no idea. You have no
Yeah.
idea.
And I'll have to look this up, but I imagine you do damage to the retina then that young. I would wonder how prone you are to other degenerative diseases
sure.
later on too.
For sure. And
So,
that doesn't even account for any bad habits that may pick up along the way, like cigarette smoking or which
right.
is a great point. Do we have any data on how much if vaping affects the retina at all?
I bet you there's a couple articles. I haven't seen anything too big, but
Hmm.
I'll look into it.
Yeah, for sure. Just I know vaping's kind of popular.
I don't know. We'll have to look into it. We'll have to find out. Yeah, my buddy vapes. He needs to quit.
We gotta talk to him, man. We gotta replace that bad habit with a not so bad habit.
I won't say that. I won't say his full government name on the podcast, but yeah, he needs to quit.
I don't know, man. Maybe you got to call him out. Maybe this is well, let him know that we're thinking about him. Or better yet, let him know we know who you are. We need you to stop vaping.
I'll tag him in a post. Well, cool, man. Yeah, Independence Day was fun. This was it's a fun holiday, and go out and get some watermelon and barbecue.
Yeah.
It'll
Are
be
you barbecuing at all?
I'm sure someone will.
You don't barbecue?
I don't. But it's something I know I need to learn how to do.
Bro, it's
I've grilled a steak or two in my day, but yeah, no, I think I would. I think if you give me an audiobook and the grill for the afternoon, I think I'd have a great time.
You would really enjoy it, man. Before we go, but in the middle of the pandemic when things was really slow, Ash bought a grill, and that's when I learned how to grill and smoke meat and stuff at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, and just you don't have to get fancy with it. Just remember that you cook meat to temperature, and once it hits the temperature, then whatever your desired temperature is, then it's done, and then you can move on from like fish, chicken, and you want to go into bigger cuts of meat like brisket and stuff. But it's a lot of fun, man. It's really I find it to be kind of therapeutic. I guess it's my thing now. Now I don't think I would ever go and do contests or anything at all, but as far as being a backyard griller, that's my thing for sure.
What's your outfit when you do that?
Bro, you just got to find the tackiest, most mismatched things that you can put together and just go out there. Whatever.
You got the like Air Pegasus Nikes or whatever they're called.
Man, I got a picture that I took a while back, and I sent it to Ash's parents to try to embarrass her. I'm like, yeah, this is what she said I do too. Like I had on just like some old hooping shorts and a cutoff shirt and some rubber boots and like it was just a mess, man. Yeah, it was just a mess, man. But no, I think you would enjoy it, man. You and Jenny would really, I mean, because you can smoke anything, man. I've done turkey, brisket, chicken, all kinds of fish, peach cobbler, all kinds pizza. Like you can do anything.
You smoke the fish?
Yeah.
Is that a common? I guess I've had smoked salmon. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, brother, for sure. Yeah. You can smoke anything.
Okay. I think my vaping friend would say that too. We could smoke anything.
It's a different kind of smoke.
What's the most exotic meat you've ever cooked or eaten?
Yeah, I kind of keep it simple on that. I think the most intimidating cut, since it's so big, is brisket.
Is it?
And it does take a while, and you can't rush the process. So if you kind of locked in with a brisket for at least, depending on how much it weighs, probably about 10 hours or so. And you just kind of have to go through the process. Like you can't rush anything. There's going to be a point where the meat starts to kind of stall out a little bit. Like they call it the meat sweat. So instead of the temperature heating up, now it's sweating enough to where it's kind of keeping the temperature at a certain level. You just kind of have to work through that. Like you can't get anxious or anything with it. But most times, like there's so many YouTube videos now, Jacob. Like you can learn to do anything now.
That's true.
If you have
can
the
learn
equipment. Yeah, if you have the equipment. Yeah, you don't have to even get fancy with it. It's just about controlling the heat source, which that does take a little skill, but you can get that down fairly quickly. You're a smart guy. You're smart.
All right. Well, I'm coming out to Houston then. You can
let me know. Let me know, brother, because I can I just need like a day.
We'll go watch a movie. Yeah. Be a good time. We can vape.
We'll make brisket nachos. We'll sneak them into the theater. We'll invite Kenzie out.
let's get a little Traeger and we'll push that into we'll see if we can sneak that into the movie.
Or better yet, just set up in the parking lot. I'm sure they wouldn't have a problem with that.
Tailgate at the AMC.
Out at the AMC. We can make it the thing. Oh, before we go, both of us will be at NOA. This episode will come out before the NOA conference. We are planning on watching the movie together. So if anyone wants to join us in doing that.
Do you think we want to do Friday or Saturday night?
We could probably
so
either way we may have to kind of get who can come with, because I think Friday night they have the VSP party, which is all white, by the way. So if you go on, you have to wear all white.
Okay.
And then
that's not going to be good for anybody.
No. And then Saturday night is the awards banquet. So maybe we can cut away Friday night and do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We'll kind of try and reach out to the students. We'll put stuff on Instagram, let you know what's going on.
Yeah. And then I guess we can always bring back the what's your favorite movie series. We hadn't done it at the NOA yet. So
we should do it at the NOA. Yeah.
Should be a good time for sure.
Okay, cool.
All right, man. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Happy 4th of July, America's 250th. We just came off another Juneteenth as well, so we have to celebrate that. Too. So, you guys, we'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.
Later. All right, that's it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't miss the sequel. Get your eyes checked.